Hello, my love. How's everybody doing today? I hope blessed and highly favored. If you don't believe you are, I'm going to believe it for you. And I'm asking God to bless you in any area that you need to be blessed in. But our positive affirmation today is know your worth. God wants you to know what you're worth. Know that you are blessed and highly favored. And you can see I got sage burning because when you start doing God's will, that devil start coming after you. He start coming after you because people get angry because you're doing his will. You hearing what he say, and you doing what he say do. So this morning I'm getting ready to work on creating a website, but I'm not gonna say what I'm creating a website just yet for. So I'm on Canva and trying to learn how to do my first create my website. I've done journals on here. And I'm trying to see what happened with it. I'm trying to go back to the page. There you go. So as you can see, I got Canva pulled up, and that's my stuff that I worked on before and prior to. And so right now I'm getting ready to make the website basically and get everything going because and I'll be sharing that information eventually. And you know, and it's for anybody, but you know, I'm mainly saying that, you know, as well to people with disabilities. But first off, the positive affirmation today is know your worth. Know your worth. No matter what nobody that made you feel like, no matter who they left you and how many kids they left you with, no matter being fired off no job, no having to quit the job, you know, because it's toxic and you have to let it go, you know, whatever it is, you know, whatever you're going through in life, know your worth. And don't let anybody make you feel less than that. You know, God made you for a reason. And when he said he made you for a reason, he made you and you have a purpose in life, get to communicate with him enough. Say, excuse me, I rebuke in Jesus. They want you to shut up. That's basically what he's saying. Shut up. You know, I don't need you getting on there encouraging nobody. It's enough already people that's on there encouraging people to start a YouTube channel and get their stuff together, whatever, you know. But y'all pray for me because my hair done dried out. I've been messing with this stuff. I'm so tired of it. But I'm going to work on it because when I can. But anyway, you know, it's know your worth, you know. And today, you know, whenever you see this video, just stop for a moment, pause, and just thank and thank God, and then look at the things that you can be grateful for. If you got to find something that reminds you every time you touch it, every time you look at it, you just think about the things that you're grateful for, because a lot of people woke up today with less than, you know. It's a lot of people didn't wake up to see this day. You know, a lot of them woke up in situations they didn't think they were going to wake up and ever see themselves in, you know. And it's just the grace of God to keep you going and keep you strong until you get out of that situation, or you know, you learn how to deal with it. Because, you know, it can get tough, you know, it can. But like I said, know your worth. And for those, like I said, I speak a lot to those that's on disability as well as anybody that's not on disability. Look inside yourself and see what you can do to change your outcome. You know, if you're seeing that you're not getting the medical services and you're not getting the care you need, you're not, you know, or whatever, you know, if they're not taking the type of insurance you have, you know, we have to come off of just having that one income. And I thought I was on that road with that company that I work for part-time. But I also have been working on a lot of other things to help my income. So, and the word is there, but right now it won't come to my head. And I've been thinking, and I hear this word so many times, you know. But I have been doing all I can to help the income that I have, as well as get to a point where I'm not dependent on that income, you know, anymore. So that's why one reason why I'm having to create the website, so it'll already be set up and ready. Like I said, I'm not monetized on YouTube yet. But when that day and time come, I already have my website basically set up and ready to go to add it. And I may be able to go ahead and add it anyway. But like I said, I've already been on here doing journals and stuff like that with Canva. And I went on somebody's website trying to learn. They skipped so many steps and stuff. It was so hard. They were offering, I think, like a link or something like that. You can go on a link and get like a few days free through some different type of other platform other than, it wasn't Canva. It was another platform, and they left out so many steps and stuff. And then when I tried to use it, the 3-day free or whatever, it started coming back, come back within them 3 days and was trying to charge me the full price, not the discounted price like was supposed to have been done. And I mean, I was total loss. I did not know what to do, but I managed to figure it out by the grace of God how to do. And I've made approximately about 4 journals now using Canva. One of them I had to discontinue because it was basically 2023 and me is what it was called, but 2023, thank God, it's gone. So I said I wouldn't use a year like that again because it was so hard to try to go back in there on that one through KDP and change it. And you can't be real fancy with KDP. You kind of it's kind of tough. But like I said, I'm getting ready to do my first journal. I mean, not journal, I'm sorry, my first website and everything. So I'm trying to take notes on how to do that and then get it set up. So, because I do have a necklace that I have through Teespring to be ordered, but I don't know what I did with it. I put it up, and I obviously put it up away from myself somewhere, somehow, and I've been looking through all kinds of stuff, and I have moved so much stuff around, like I said, going through stuff to throw away and get rid of and what have you. And somewhere I somehow changing purses, changing stuff. I don't know what I did with it, but I will try to insert the link in just a moment. I'll be able to pull up. These are my items that I have on Teespring right now. This is the necklace that I have, the Love Apparel necklace that I have to find. And that's the information on it. And that's my website. That's my Teespring my-store F24EE9. And these are all the items that I have. This is the bracelet that I want to get. I want to get all of it so I can show it in person, everything that I have. Right now I have the necklace, and then I've got to order all the other items. And I'm going to add some items to it, which is the actual channel name. So I may see how to implement this photo still with it, and then have the name added on here, Mindset 4.0. So I'm working on that too. So this is the bracelet. I don't know why it's scrolling like that, but that's the cup. I don't think it's something going on with the page. Because I had a moment to even get in here. Here's the items. And that's a drink cup, front and back. So that's the Teespring items. So if you see anything you like, please order. And Teespring will take the order, and then they will send out the item for me, because I don't have the ability to create and make these items myself. So I'm thankful to go through Teespring to get these items. So if you see anything you like, please order. That helps me. You have a wonderful and blessed day. And sign in to Teespring and be able to add all of the Um, all the items, have the items added in. But I've got to go through and figure out how to sign in on the computer now to get the Teespring, because I'm so used to doing everything on my phone. So today that's what I'm working on, is getting the website set up and done, because I really need to get that done. And then, you know, and a lot of other things that I'm doing is basically showing my journey as far as buying a home that's already here. It's not newly built. It's been here since 1957, so I have an older home, very older home. And it's a lot of remodeling I'm gonna have to be doing. It's a lot of you know, fixing and stuff I'm gonna have to be doing. So I will be dropping a little bit of information along the way, you know, so people can learn from that. You know, when they purchase a home, they know what to look out for. They know what not to do, what, you know, as well as a lot of programs and stuff that are out there. Because, you know, we all start out, we might be fine and dandy income-wise and all that. We don't need none of that stuff. But all of a sudden, there may come a situation and you find that, you know, hold up, I might need to keep these little dollars in my pocket. And I'm going to see if I can go through and just use this program to be able to do or assist me on fixing something or whatever. Because they do have programs like that. And that's what I was saying, that I I actually contacted the State Department, one of the state departments that with the urban housing, hood, and whatever, and all that kind of stuff, to see how to get assistance with that HAVAC system. And that's how I learned that the HUD office, housing, urban development, whatever, they have a program for homeowners to use their program to fix things, you know, like it's certain things that you can use it for, not everything. Now, I don't think like fences and roofs and stuff like that, maybe not. But it's certain specific things that you can get assistance with. And so I kept calling them, and eventually they did have the date set for the week that everybody could come. And the lady was telling me, well, they're trying to revamp basically the whole system, how they had it. And then as well as they was trying to get new people in, because, you know, a lot of people that know about those services, they know how they may have family members and friends that are, you know, that are licensed and bonded, that they might be just want to add another room to their house. So they may be, you know, having to do some new wiring or doing something, whatever. And they'll basically being able to put that money in their pocket and keep fixing their home and keep doing different things. So I don't know, they basically just saying they was revamping it and they was trying to get new people in, basically. So I was like, okay, so I had to wait till the end of the week. All that calling, I didn't have the money. So one of my children, my daughter, gave me the money for me to be able to go there, and I went and fill out the little paper, whatever. And the lady was like, "Well, you can't have you can't have a lien on your home." Mind you, now I've been in this home going on 6 years and better, and a couple of years I had to pay. The last 2 years, matter of fact, I paid all the way up to November, because November is when the taxes comes out here in Texas, where I'm at. And it comes out in November, and you have basically to February before they start adding fees and stuff on your taxes. So I'm not thinking nothing about it. Whatever. I'm like, when she said you can't have a lien on your home, I'm like, okay, I ain't got no lien on my home. Y'all, like I said, that devil will start attacking. Next thing I know, they sent me a letter back and denied me because I had found a letter that they had mailed me. And I hadn't paid no mind, and, you know, so I'm like, you better check your mail and see what that letter was that came in, you know, because the way it was headed or whatever. And I thought it was something from the mortgage people or something, you know, because I got 2 months behind on my mortgage. And so the date's like $1,500, okay. So then, no, it's 16, to be honest about it. I think it's about 1,600 now. But anyway, so I saw the name on it, whatever, and I'm like, what? So I called, and the lady answered everything, and she said, yeah, they sent it over for us to put a lien on your home. And I almost was floored, like, what? And I told her, I said, well, that was a mistake. And I told her, I said, I went to the city and asked to get help with my HAVAC system. And they said, you can't have a lien. The woman stood there and clearly said, you can't have a lien on your home. I said, I ain't had no lien on my home. And matter of fact, I said, the last couple of years, I've had to pay right up to November on my taxes, and the new taxes coming out. Hadn't had no issue. And so she said, well, the best thing to tell you is that you can call if you owe taxes and stuff like that or whatever, and you need to make arrangements to make payments to your taxes. You can pay throughout that time frame if it take you 6 months, like you don't want to pay it all out at one time, you just call them and tell them, okay, how much do I need to pay the least, or how many, each month or whatever, and pay that way. Each month you can pay so much, and divide it down however, and pay towards your taxes. You don't have to pay it all at one time, especially if it's a big chunk of taxes. You just have to get a good relationship with the tax office. You know what I'm saying? And and you should have no issue. So I called, and the lady was like, she was kind of, you have to pay such amount, whatever, for us to take the lien off, stop the lien, or however she said. So I said, okay. So I wound up calling back to another lady, and I told her, I said, ma'am, I have just received information that I had to pay X amount of dollars, which was $200 and some dollars, as they were gonna pull my meter. Now the first thing started out was with the loan man. This company I've had a loan with for years, before I even got my house. And this man just, like I said, went to going off, talking all crazy and stuff, talking about how I needed to do and all this, just crazy. So then after him, I called the water department. They tell me, well, you got to pay X amount of dollars before we're going to pull your meter. And this was like 2 Mondays ago. So my baby paid the money. Took out of her money to pay her bills and stuff. And paid, okay? Then I called. I had already had arrangements, but someone was like, you better check the light company, because, if they tripping like this over the water, you need to check all the other utility bills. So all of a sudden, I called her. Your spirit get to tell you to do something. Pay attention to it. Don't ignore it. Pay attention. So I called, and then the man like, well, ma'am, what I'm saying is the arrangement that you had when they updated the next payment that was coming out, it changed it. Now, mind you, I didn't pay $200 already to them. And all I had was like a few dollars to pay different, like $12, $15 difference to pay. Wasn't due until the end of the month. But strangely, this as they say, it broke the agreement. Okay. So at this point, now they're saying, well, in the state of Texas, that you have to pay a percentage of whatever bill it is. Now this is all the way back in 2022 when I went through trying to get assistance through a program here, and both times they told me that they had ran out of funds. Now I was working, mind you, and I was still paying, but they text me both times. They emailed me and told me, well, we ran out of funds, so we're not going to be able to assist you, So I just kept on paying, kept on trying to get the bill down, like I said. And they went to tell me, you're going to pay $800 and some dollars. Then they changed it to $566, and that's where I'm at today. So my baby going to have to take from her money again and help me pay this $566. It's all of a sudden it's got to be paid. And I mean, they would not budge. They would not budge. They would not change the date no more. They would not change the amount. So I don't have a choice today. As of today is Thursday, August the 8th, I believe. Yeah. And I have to tomorrow the 9th. And it's like, okay, who done got these people stirred up like this? So, like I said, that's where I'm at. And it's aggravating. It is, because it's no sense in that, But when you start doing God's will, they attack you like that. And I've been on that kind of attack for years, y'all. That ain't nothing new. It ain't nothing new. It ain't nothing new. I've always been, like I said, where I had to have light, water, and gas already anyway. So I already been down this road several times with them. And with and it's crazy. It's like, I don't know who it is around here that makes that phone call or that email or text or whatever. And it's like all the devils jump on the bandwagon. You understand what I'm saying? But God gonna sit their ass afire one of these days, trust and believe. Because it's like, you're gonna get off of me. You're gonna get off of me. And I know how they feel when I hear a lot of YouTubers saying that they don't have the funds, they don't have the resource and everything, and how people start treating people when you are always able to take care of yourself. You're one of the ones that don't ask. I had an aunt that one day, it shocked me how she had to tell my own mother. And she called my name, the name that everybody know me under at home, or what family, or whatever, mostly know me under. The name I go by is the name that's on my birth certificate that I had to change it to. But I went to school under the other name for a long time. So really, actually all my life until I even graduated high school. Because I didn't know no different until I had to go get my own birth certificate. And then realized that it was a different name. And my mama told me, well, she know why it was changed and who changed it, you know. That was his doing, you know. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. I just went off, y'all. I was about to go off in that rabbit hole. And I was trying to bring myself back up out of it. But anyway, bless the Lord, I forgot what I was talking about because I'm trying to look at this Teespring over here because I got to figure out how to get in Teespring. Because I can get in Teespring through my phone, but I cannot. I got to go through here and figure out how to get into it with my on the computer so I can be able to pull the information I need once I get this website going. But anyway, I know I forgot what I was gonna say. But anyway, I started going by that name. I don't know, y'all. I just totally went blank on it. I don't know what's making me get to that point of getting forgetful sometime. But anyway, like I said, people will start to come after you, you know, and for whatever reason. And I've been there and done that, you know. But when, like I said, when you see people on that had, oh, my aunt, that's what it was. Thank you, Lord Jesus Christ. My aunt had to tell my mother, this lady was married into the family. And she had to tell my mother, you know her. She's one of them that do not ask. And maybe because I was conditioned as a child to be expected to work and take care of yourself. And when I was 14, I'm telling you, my mama woke me up one day, it's about 7.5 years old. Her and my sister would stand up there by each other, and I don't know what was said between the two of them, but next thing I know, I had to get up out that bed and get dressed to start going in the fields and chopping in the fields right along with everybody else. And I got my little $5 at the end of the week, and we went to skating and things like that, you know, but we got our school clothes, school supplies, all that stuff, you know. When I got 14 years old, because, yeah, I'm going to tell y'all something. One day, we was out in this field one morning. This field was so full of snakes. And I don't know if that was God saying that's the kind of enemies you're going to come across in your lifetime. But be prepared to know that I'm with you. Because I'm telling you, this field was so full of snakes. And I'm ahead of everybody. Just walking early that morning, just going. And when it get to where them old school elders, like my great-grandmother was out there at that time, and they start saying there's too many snakes up out of here, we gotta get up out of here and find another field to go to. That's what we had to do. We had to get up out of that field because it was so full of snakes. But I wasn't scared of them. I wasn't bothered by them. They didn't try to bite me, nothing like that, thank God. I wouldn't try that today. But anyway, so we got out of that field. You know, but when I got 14, they had started a program called JTPA, something like that. And I told my mom I'll be right back. She said, where you going? I said, I'll be right back. I walked all the way over to downtown area where they had it at. And I talked to the lady, and she helped me get a summer job at that time. And then when school started back, of course, being a small little town like that was, you know, they didn't really have nothing to offer after school, you know. The daycares was already shutting down at that time, like, you know, 5:30, 6 o'clock. People was coming getting their kids and stuff. School was out. You know, people getting ready to go to like little basketball games and football games after school, you know, stuff, programs and stuff going on like that, you know. So it really wasn't nothing to do, you know, but I was trying to supplement my income. That's the word I was trying to look for, Lord. Supplement my income. Because I did not want to go out there with them fields no more, with them snakes and all that, and that hot sun and all that stuff. I did not. So I was conditioned to, God already put it in me to you know, to want to work and take care of myself. And so I started trying to find a way to do, you know. And my grandma was always like, you pay cash for what you want, you know. Because they had little payment things like that. I think back then they had like Sears, Robust, and JCB, and some stuff like that. They bought stuff out of the magazines and catalogs all the time, you know, stuff like that. So my aunt told my mother that, you know, she's one that is not gonna ask, you know, because she just like that, you know. And I was. And I don't know, I just already knew that it really wasn't too many people I could ask. So to do on my own. So I know how that feel when I see YouTubers that saying I don't have. And all of a sudden, it's like you get all these old evil ass folks on your line all of a sudden that want to start trying to tell you how much better and different you should have been or could have been, what other better decisions you could have made and all that. Well, where's all that with y'all when COVID hit? How was y'all managing when COVID hit? Because people was losing their mind when they had to shut down and couldn't go to work and couldn't do no more. They was going crazy to be in the house. But look at how many businesses came out of that, because it was things that was hidden inside of us to be able to know how to do. But we couldn't bring it out until we got forced into a position and backed up in a corner to do it. So I say all that to say that being on disability, you can find something in your home. Find something. If you know how to make jewelry, if you know how to, anything, you can. There are resources and ways to learn how to do things from home and start making your money, so you can start living a more fruitful life than what you are on a fixed income, because that fixed income a lot of times will shortchange you out of a good life, and that's not what God brought you here for. Just because you have a disability, you don't let that stop you. And like I said, this church starting to get to my back, so I'm gonna have to put a pause on it and come back, and then by that time y'all might see me actually doing some of the editing and stuff, not editing, but doing some of the stuff. But I just come on here to talk a little bit and let y'all know that don't give up, know your worth, and look, find something that you can do to bring in more income, so you're not being vulnerable like I found myself. When I stopped working, not only did I lose the ability to get unemployment or workers' comp or anything like that, I lost all of that. Then my disability was also being attacked. They started saying they overpaid me. And then they were threatening to just hold all my benefits until that was paid. It was a mess, and it's like I'm trying to supplement my income, but I feel like I'm being punished for it, because I couldn't handle continuing to work for that company. I couldn't. And the resources and things like that you would think is there, they may be there for some people, but I've yet to find it. And I've tried all kinds of things, tried all kind of ways, but like I said, I do journals and I do have journals and stuff, and eventually they will start to sell. You know what I'm saying? So whatever it is that you have a good craft for, if you can set up your camera, get your camera. Or, I don't have a camera right now; I just have my phone. But if you do have a camera, you do have a way to get a camera, a phone, or use your phone and show yourself doing your craft, whatever it is. If it's sewing and making outfits and stuff, if it's painting, whatever it is, and you'll be surprised in the things that give people comfort, which is entertainment. That's what YouTube, all it is entertainment. It's entertainment. And when people get to a point, they start taking it so personal and attacking people. Thank you for helping my channel grow. Thank you for helping me get the views and everything. But no thank you for the negativity, because it's going to go through one ear and out the other, or it's going to go on back to hell where it came from with you and back to hell where it came from, because I don't have time for that foolishness. So if you have a craft, whatever that craft is, make sure you check with your doctor. I always check with your doctor for anything that you start trying to do. That's my disclaimer. Check with your doctor and make sure, because I had a doctor told me one time, he said, there's going to be times you're going to get that energy out of nowhere. He said, when you do, be careful. And I've had many moments like that where I get that energy, and then next thing I know, I'm having this god-awful pain. Because pretty I'm exercising muscles that probably haven't been exercised in a while. So yeah, you have to be cautious and be careful or whatever. But like I said, know your limits, but set your stuff up, get your room, a little location, a little spot, and start showing yourself painting, doing whatever. Because I'm gonna tell you, I'm all over the place. I have 2 channels, and neither one of them monetized. One of them, I don't plan on doing nothing with that thing for really, But I have it on my TV, and I watch the people that I am subscribed to. I watch them on TV just like I'm watching entertainment, just like because sometimes them TV shows and free stuff too, and a lot of them freebie and all them, they get on my nerve. You know what I'm saying? And I've had to shut down all my streaming apps to them pretty much right now. Weather Channel was the last one to go the other day on top of the hurricane and the tropical storm now than what it is. She Is Debbie or whatever. But there's free times to watch the weather. You know what I'm saying? So until I get back to where I'm able to function and provide those and watch those, to have those things, I'll enjoy them then at that point in time. But right now, I don't have no problem letting them go. Because some of them is getting too daggone high anyway. They getting so high you can't even afford a lot of it. You can't even afford a lot of it. You know, it's like it's ridiculous on how much a lot of them is starting to be. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm cool. I'm cool. And I sure miss my Netflix right now. Netflix and the Weather Channel was my two main streaming that I like, and Peacock, because I love wrestling. Me and my son both, we all of us, I think all my kids like wrestling. And, you know, we got my grandma, they from their grandmama. My mother loved wrestling, and we used to go to wrestle matches and stuff like that when we were little. So you know, that was entertainment for us. But yeah, I watch a lot of on my other channel on TV, and I just lay there and be watching them, all different ones on different stuff they be talking about, and you know, that's all that it is entertainment. And you'd be surprised, and I'm all over the place. I mean, people saw all the people I'm subscribed to. Be like, is she confused? No. It's just different things that I like to watch. I like to watch people when they mourn sometimes. I like to watch people when they're crafting sometimes. I like to watch people when they're cooking and they're dressing up all nice and everything sometimes. And then there's sometimes when they still get on my nerves and I go find something else, you know. That's what it's there for. You should have that ability to be a variety of things that you can learn from, you know, you can educate people about. And that's where with this my channel, it's going to be educating a lot of things not to do when you're trying to purchase a home, as well as seeing the things that I'm coming up against and how I'm having to deal with it, you know, because yeah, I want to be able to work and pay for all my stuff myself. But there are some things that I'm not going to have too much pride to ask for help for when it comes to a situation I know is out of my control or out of my ability. You know what I mean? I'm going to go to the resources, and that's what they got them there for. Why do you think the wealthy stay wealthy? See, you can be rich and become poor, or you can be poor and become rich. You can be poor and become rich and become poor. But when you wealthy, you always got. Remember that. You always have. But when you can be poor and all of a sudden you're rich, you hit the lotto, you can get left somebody inheritance, you know, or something. But if you are foolish in the mind and choosing how you spend that money and how you do with that money, you're going to find yourself back poor. You might start out rich. You might come up in a family and then all of a sudden you heir to something. But if you've never had to deal with being responsible and seeing where that money coming from and where that money has to go and where that money needs to sit, you're going to find yourself back poor. That's just it. You're going to be poor and go rich and go back poor, or you're going to be rich and go poor. But if you want to be wealthy, that's how the wealthy is wealthy. They use those resources. They don't have too much pride. You got to set pride aside. You got to tell pride, okay, you got to get up out of here. It's time for you to get up out of here. Because you got me where I got resources that can help me, and then I'm sitting up here not using these resources because I want to just be able to spend it out of my pocket. I don't have to ask nobody or whatever. And the next thing you know, you done spent and you ain't got nothing else to spend no more. Because once you start paying for one thing, it's going to be something else. They're going to find something else to make you have to pay for. And then every time you turn around, you're paying for this, you're paying for that, you buying this, you buying that, and next thing you know, that them funds is diminishing. You know, unless you got an account set up some kind of way to keep revolving that income and revolving it. You know, because that's the way the devil wants to get you, where you have to be in somebody else's pocket. I'm not talking about being in somebody else's pocket. I'm talking about programs and things that are designed to help in a situation. That's how so many people can flip and flop houses. That's how so many people, and then they get rich off of it, you know, because they know how to do mortgages like that. They know how to purchase and flip and flop. They know how to do Airbnbs out of it. They know how to do all that kind of stuff, and that's where their money is constantly growing, because they're using wealth. And you want generational wealth. That means you want that wealth to pass on through, past you, down as far as it can go. Create generational wealth. And that means making pride get out the way. And going to your resources that you have. Whatever your resources that you have that can help you sometimes not have to pay out your pocket. You know. Yes, I would love to be able to pay for my HAVAC system right now. Just call the man back and tell him, hey, I got the such and such grand amount, whatever it is for you going on and get started. Come on and come do this. Because like I said, I did get a letter from them for the home mortgage program, and they said that because I had a lien on my home, I was denied to get my HAVAC system fixed. Then a few days later, about a week or so later, I was about a week and a half, maybe something later, they sent me a letter, which I do have both of them in there, where they reconsidered, and basically I'm in like a lottery thing now. And that is if I get chosen. Don't mean I will. Don't mean I will. So I still have my campaign going on Give, Send, Go for donations. You know, that'll be used to fix the HAVAC system if it comes in. And if it don't, it don't, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to working on this website. I just had to get that information out, and so I can get this done, because my baby get off of work today, and I gotta pay this light bill. And I don't want her saying, Mom, what was you doing all day? Just talking and talking to your peoples, and you ain't done nothing. You told me you gonna have a website done. You ain't done a website. And y'all can tell I'm doing all this talking, because you know what? When you done been on camera, and you done been on here, and I got the pro. And I'm telling you, I got the pro for 30 days, so I gotta come on with the fee. But it's not that much. But anyway, and where I had to fight with them journals to get them journals done, and then with KDP, you can't be all real fancy. So I do have a journal on Teespring that does have the spiral. But I am going to be adding to that probably a couple of items. And I may change the item cover, because actually right now the logo is love, because we don't have it anymore like we used to. That genuine love is hard to find. It's not easy to come by no more. You know, so many people have been misused and abused, you know, and then trying to survive and make it in this mean world. You know, you just got to stay prayed up and keep God in everything. Always start your day with God and end it with Him. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. No matter what Satan throw at you, you cannot go wrong. And trust me, he throw a whole lot of mess at you. Yes, he do. Because he wants you to feel so bad and so low and so little. But like I said, know your worth. Know your worth. You're worth more than you could ever imagine. Can't no man put a price on your life but God. You're priceless. Can't no man do that. They tried to. You know, when they set them wages and all that in your lifespan and your this, that, and whatever, and the third, they say, you know, they try to say what you value at. No. You can't put no price on my life. No, you can't. No matter what I made in my lifespan or didn't make in my lifespan. When it comes to my Father, you can't price me, baby. Trust and believe. Don't never let nobody make you think they can. But anyway, I'm gonna get to working on this. I keep saying that. But make sure y'all like, share, comment, and subscribe. And I'm not done yet. I'm learning. I'm new with learning a lot of this stuff. Now I have, with this tripod came a clicker thing, you know, to do your phone and all that and everything. Y'all, I ain't trying to fool with none of that. I don't even know where it said. My son got it in there somewhere. But I know you're supposed to be able to sit up with your phone and all this zoom in and all this zoom back out stuff and chopping and screwing up everything, you know, and all that and everything. I ain't got time for all that now. I ain't saying I don't know how to do it. I just don't have the patience for it sometimes. And like I said, editing is work. Creating content is work. And a lot of people want to make people feel bad with that, you know. You keep your 9 to 5. You can add, you know, like I said, add all of the incomes you can. Nowadays you have to, and that's why they're trying to find all kind of ways to come after that income, because they know that people are just tired of the mess. People are just tired of it, and you know, why you want to keep people broke? Why you want to keep people broke? Why you want people to be down on their behind where they got to be always in somebody else's pocket to survive through the day? You know, that's ridiculous. You know, that's what the purpose of having an income. That's the purpose of having money. That's the purpose of having wealth. And they don't want us to get to a point where we understand wealth and not be afraid of wealth. We got to come out of that. We got to teach our kids early about wealth. It's not just making that money, that hustle, and making it day by day no more. No, we need to teach our children about wealth so they can pass that knowledge on, because that's what God is about, is wealth. Wealth and health. He wants you to prosper and be in good health, So we need to learn that and teach that, and then for those that do know, go on, teach it to your children. Get them in some kind of economic classes and some kind of. I think they take that in school now. I don't know if they still do it or not. They changed a lot of stuff, in these schools and stuff, what they want to teach kids and what they don't want to teach them, But finances, teach them finances, in the summertime, when they're out of school, have some kind of finance program. When they're at a certain age, start teaching them about finances. Start teaching them about the debts and the bills and stuff. Let them spend a day with you learning how that you go about paying bills and you go about doing this stuff, and showing them that information, and how to keep a little private book with their passwords and different things. Just start teaching them at home, and then they won't be afraid when they're out there on their own. I'm proud of mine, because trust and believe, they're showing that they have learned a lot. They have learned a lot, because at a very early age, my children had to step up to that plate, especially my daughter, being the oldest. She had to step up and be mom and daddy, big sister, little, she was never little sister, but big sister. She had to be the parent, she had to help when I was starting to go down with my back. And like I said, people be there for you, with you, as long as you can get out there and hustle and you can make that money. But the minute you start going down in your health and whatever, they gone. And unfortunately, my kids had to start stepping to the plate, but my daughter stepped up there way early in life. She missed a lot of opportunities, a lot of things, and now she tell Mom, I'm thankful. I'm glad I didn't get to do some things, because where I feel like I would have been, or where I would have ended up at. And and it's like, I felt bad, because I wanted her to participate in a lot of things that she didn't get to participate in, and didn't get to do it. Now she tell me like, Mom, I'm glad. I'm glad, I'm okay, I'm cool, but she's had her level of attacks too, because people look at her because of things she haven't got into, things that she haven't done, even my son, because right now I'm not a grandmother, as old as my children know, I'm not a grandmother. And a lot of people take offensive to that's around them, and it's like, that's crazy to me. I don't understand that you would be offended that my child is in their 30s and ain't got no kids, that they're trying to get their stuff together, before they start inviting and bringing in another mouth to feed and all that, and then seeing how mean and cruel this world is and what they raised up and went through. They're not being foolish, okay? So instead of that grace and that prayer, that they stay strong in this, and do what they got to do to survive till they ready to be a parent or whatever, no. And that's crazy to me. But anyway, I didn't talk enough. I put my hand all up in front of it. So I'm trying to see when this thing won't give me no kind of information. Tap on, I don't know, that's somebody texting about something. Now, usually it'll pop up for me to mess with it and do. But I told y'all I'm new to this, I ain't true to it. There's some features and some things I know how to do, and there's some is like, I learn it, and if I want to apply it, I will apply it. And but until then, I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna keep on pushing. I was hoping outside, because I have a tree. That's another thing I want to say is, if any of y'all that have homes or was in a home prior, before, did they require, the insurance company require y'all to cut all the trees down? Because I had a tree that was out in the front yard that was half dead and half alive. And then on the side of the house, I had like 3 or 4 trees right on the very side of the house. And then where the fence and the shed is was like 4 or 5 huge big trees. So they told me that I had to have the trees cut back away from the home. It's like, how you put this house on the market with all these trees, and then the minute I get in the house, all of a sudden I got to cut all these trees down. Well, they cut into our money as well. That kind of foolishness. Okay, so we had to have all these trees cut down. This man said he was licensed and bonded and licensed, able to do. Y'all, this man, tell me why this man came and started cutting these trees and left a huge mess in my yard. So then I had to get in contact with another tree man, and he negotiated for one price, but I wound up paying more. So I can't complain because I did have to pay him through payments because I wasn't able to pay all when he bounced up on me. I wasn't able to pay all that, but we did eventually get him paid off for all the trees. Now I still got a tree back in the back that I got to have cut down away from the house, and then this tree on the front side, I got to have it cut back away because it's starting to go back again because it was cut back. But if y'all have had to deal with that, or if that's a true thing, let me know. You know, because you will find yourself getting some extra unexpected expenses. So you really got to be financially prepared for a lot of things that can come your way. A lot of things that I know I was, like I said, would not have been a problem had not been for COVID and my household changing. That's what really started to bring in the problem. Because then, of course, the finances and stuff were changed. But I got a tree on the side of the house now. The only tree that they managed to cut, and it grew back somehow. But this tree is dead. It's like it's dead. It's like it's not getting, it's not getting the water, whatever, and all that. So one of these days, I'm gonna try to get out there and start trying to exercise a little bit and try to cut what I can, little branches and stuff like that, maybe. And then if not, I'm just gonna have have the tree man come and cut it himself. Once I get an estimate again on what it's gonna cost. I don't really like inviting those people over and having them estimate stuff, and then you wind up being 3-6 months down the road, not longer than that, trying to get the service done, but I know all that's gonna change after a while. So but it was something else I wanted to say. Yeah, so I gotta go in and do add the journals on there and everything and get this going. But I'll probably come back in later on and add to this video. I don't know if I get a chance to get out and about, because right now I don't have transportation anymore. My daughter had to have her transportation back where she's at, so I don't have transportation. So and I don't know how long that's gonna be, because they working on trying to get my son has a couple, I think he had 1 or 2 extra vehicles. I don't know what he's doing with them right now. So he was talking about trying to get one of them sent down here so I can have transportation, so I can maybe get the other one out and about, and get him going. I tell y'all, when you come from having 2 and 3 vehicles or vehicles all the time to a point, when we first started out, we didn't have like that, but we did eventually get there. Being a single mother and 3 babies, we managed. We was managing to have transportation after we got through that little spell where we was struggling a little bit. We got to where we started having transportation, and I regret now that I had a 1996 Chevy Suburban, and we kept going through so much trying to get it fixed or whatever, and I really felt like at times somebody was manipulating, because they wanted to take it from me anyway. So they were manipulating, because they were where we lived. We didn't have a garage, we didn't have nowhere you could park it to keep away from middling hands, and fingers. So I wound up donating, and it was like, Lord, that was paid for. I could have got that sucker fixed, and I've been rolling around just like I'm in this old house. I'd have been in that old truck and moving along, doing whatever I needed to do. But by the grace of God, I know He gonna provide, and I know He gonna do better. So like I said, if there's something that you can do, get your camera out, get your phone out, get it set up, and just start doing. Tell your truth, show your truth, and let that bring in that income that you need, because you know how many people would love to learn how to do what you do, see what you do, it's soothing. It could be just soothing to them, you know what I mean? Don't let people put fear in you to show your life, you know what I mean? And don't try to be in competition with nobody. Everybody got their own talent, Everybody got their own pace to get where they're going to get to in life and do what they're going to do. You know, and you just be you, and God will bless you with your friends. He'll bless you with your family. He'll bless you with your ride or dies. He'll bless you with people that to give you that advice, or won't you try this, or won't you try that. Now, one thing I'm not going to do is, I'm going to already put that out there, is I am not going to do no meet and greet. I didn't seen that go right and wrong. And I just, I'm not comfortable with the meet and greets, and I'm not going to do that. Not right now, at least not right now. I don't feel comfortable doing it. So don't do but what you feel comfortable doing. You know, some people, they love it. You know, I'm more of a introvert. You know, I'm comfortable at home. I'm comfortable minding my business. But I see the enjoyment that so many people get out of having that family, even though they're talking to a camera. And then when they go live and they talking to, to different people, and getting to really know one another, and everything. And I had a P.O. box for years, over 15 years. And with my daughter having to have a car back, I know I'm going to have a way to go out there and keep checking it. And plus I had to cut the finances down. Excuse me. So right now I don't have a way for anybody to send anything. And I'm not going to put my address out there like that. So, until God bless me to do different, then that's just basically this, the way it's going to be. Prayer is greater and powerful than anything. And so I pray the same today, that God bless y'all to have the way made, whatever that may be, whatever that looks like to you, that you need whatever area in your life that you need healing, that you need a blessing in, that God sends His army out to assist you, to bring you that friend, that family, to give you that word of encouragement, to give you that strength. It's a new day. It's a new day, and every day you wake up and you see a new day, tell the Lord, thank you. Thank you for blessing me to see this day, Lord. Thank you for covering me through the night when I laid my head on that pillow, not knew, like a baby. I didn't know what was going on around me, but you kept me. And you restored me each and every day that you restored me. I thank you. To this day, I thank you for everything you blessed me through. All that I've come out of, that I know only came out of it because of you, by your grace and your mercy, and I thank you for it. And just watch how God start working in your life. It may not be that nobody give you a dime a dollar through nothing, but as your channel grows and you start to make your income through YouTube or off of any of the other platforms that pay out or whatever, that's a blessing for you to be able to do that. You don't have to be going into the enemy's hand or the enemy's territory. You got to go in there. God got to be with you when you go in enemy's territory for anything. And if He don't tell you to, don't. But I say that because I remember watching TBN years ago, and they said they had to go in, the pastor and wife of TBN said they had to go into the enemy's territory basically to get the channel started, to get their program out there. And now look at how it reached the world, so many times over in so many places, but they had God with them. So everything you do, ask God to be in it, ask Him for provision, and He'll give it to you. You just got to be patient and wait for it, and a lot of us, that's our problem. We don't want to wait on God to give us that provision. We don't want to wait for Him to tell us, this is the way you need to do it, this is how you need to do, give you that word some kind of way. He give you that word through a program or somebody's channel that you're watching, anything. All of a sudden you start hearing them saying the very exact same things that you saying, or you start hearing them saying about something or whatever, and it's like, okay, Lord, that's my confirmation, So while people start trying to get angry about people in their YouTube channels and they content creation and whatever, you know, a lot of times God is working through those people to give you a message. You'd be surprised in what channel that you might get that message from. So, you know, that's why you don't be prejudiced. That's why you don't be judgmental, because you don't know where and who gonna give you that word. You know what I'm saying? Or how to go about things. You know, I've watched some young YouTubers that are more open to tell you when it comes to taxes, how to do with your taxes, how much money to set aside, and how much money to do so that when tax time comes, you can make you can have the money there to pay for your taxes. So you're not sitting up here one of them that's looking at going to jail and the IRS all over you, upside one side and down the other one, you know, and trying to take everything you own, you know, because you didn't set aside the right amount of money, you know, so that when tax time comes, you ain't got that issue. You know, somebody calling. I don't know who that is, and they probably called 2 or 3 times. It's like, ugh, I don't want to mess with it, because if I touch it, it might knock it off. So it's a lot of people that I watch, you know, and you know, I watch them get monetized. I watch them explain where a lot of people don't even bother to tell you that. You know, I'm not really necessarily concerned about how they got monetized and how much they made on it. For everybody's money is different. You know, I don't believe in that pocket watching and stuff, but I'm thankful to know that they will at least give you some kind of idea of what to do and what to expect. You know what I'm saying? Roundabout. And you don't just take it to heart like it's going to be this way and that way because that's the way it was for them. No, everybody is different. You know, so, but like I said, I watch a lot of them and I learn through that. Okay, I need to put X amount of dollars aside and I need to make sure I don't touch it, you know, so that I can have that when tax time comes. And that's the same thing I'm saying on here. You know, a lot of people might, you know, I want to give me a home because I don't want to go through it. Well, you know, with mortgages being as high as they are right now, the rates being as high as they are right now, but they're all coming down. They're all coming down. But I already had a mortgage and I started out with that 6%. Trust and believe that 6% was turning us up. It was turning us up, you know. And then when they redid my mortgage, when they when they did a modification, that's where it went to 2%. And now, like I said, it's less than my disability. And then, like, a lot of people probably like, well, why don't you go get an apartment or something like that? Well, to get an apartment, you gotta have 2 to 3 times your income. And like I said, right now, to get a disability, you gotta have 2 to 3 times income to get an apartment. To where I'm paying almost basically $600 on my mortgage now for a 3-bedroom, 1-bath home. I can't get that in no apartment complex. Nor can my family be welcome to come and stay without me going through all that trying to get permission from the office. I've already been there and done that. And I've gotten talked crazy too, a time or two. Even one time way back in the day when I was on the HUD program. I ain't ashamed to say I was on HUD. I was on HUD. And I had a sibling that needed to come out of the prison system and have a place to stay. And I was willing to help them get a place to stay. But I didn't know I had to go through all that, getting permission through them. Or they hadn't quite said yeah or nay. And the person was able to come out and stay, you know. I know this did not do that. I'm not trying to mess with that again. You know, and that's the thing is when you trying to open up that door and help family where you need to be able to help family, you don't have to, if it's basically a way that it's not going to cause you no problems and no troubles, it's okay to be available to help. But when just because you got the room and the space don't mean you have to help all the time either, you know. But you listen to God on that. You listen to God on that. Because, you know, you can open up that door and help people, and then as soon as they get up on their feet or whatever, they gone, and they don't care. They don't bother to say, hey, you need a couple of $100, or you need me to pay a light bill, water bill, a gas bill, a car note, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Buy a little groceries, something. They don't offer you anything, and they gone. You know, so God said, don't loan a man nothing, expecting to get anything in return. So if you're not in that situation where you're able to take that loss or that hit, don't do it. Don't do it, because 9 times out of 10, that's where it's going to turn out to be. That's where it's going to turn out to be. They might start throw that all cool, and the next thing you know, they come out the bag on you. You know, and then you aggravate and angry and stuff, you know, because that wasn't in return, you know. And maybe they couldn't. Maybe they can't, you know. So you don't want that. You don't want to go to bed angry about anything or angry at anybody. So you get that over to God and let Him work it out and let Him fix it up. And He will. He'll take care of it. Now like I said all that to say, trust God. And whatever message He got for you, He will get it to you one way or the other. And a lot of time people thinking that they on these channels and stuff and sometimes like ain't nobody paying me no mind or learning nothing. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Like I said, a lot of them I am learning a lot from. And there are things that I'm working on that will make sense after a while. It'll make sense after a while. But I done spent y'all over an hour sitting here, and I got to take a break at this chair and everything, because I don't have no office chair right now. My son got a chair, but I don't like that chair. It's not comfortable. So I need an office chair. So I'm just praying about God opening up a whole lot of doors for me, and the same as He opened doors for me, opening blessing those doors to open for you, for whomever's watching this. That He opened up that door for you, and you just be okay with learning what you got to learn. I had one lady that I was watching, young lady, very young, how she learned how to do a whole lot of different things and learn how to do it on her own. And what she was saying is that people weren't willing to pay for her services. And I know she's not the only one, but she's happened to be one that I was subscribed to. And people weren't willing to pay her for her knowledge and her wisdom that she put forth the work to learn how to do on her own, and but they wanted that information from her for free. Just like I said, even though there's a lot of stuff skipped on old girls' information with creating journals and all that and stuff, I had to put my work in, and I'm proud of me. I'm thankful that I put in that work to learn how to create and make those journals myself. And yes, it's hard, especially when it comes to that bleeding over and bleeding under and all that kind of stuff. It's hard. But it's worth it because I did it. You know what I mean? And when you start seeing what you're doing, be proud of yourself. Be proud of yourself. Don't wait for somebody else to give you a pat on the back. Be proud of yourself. And give yourself grace. Give yourself grace, and thank God each and every day. God, thank you for giving me the ability to get up and be able to do what I'm able to do. And other people can learn from what I did and see where I came out like the phoenix and come up out of the ashes and out of nothing and nowhere and negative, in the negative on everything. And of course, you already got family and so-called friends and stuff belittling you on and reminding you of all of the things you could have done differently, and then you had the critics get on your channel, and then they start critiquing everything for you and telling you how you shoulda, coulda, woulda, and everything, and you just got to learn to not let that get to you. Don't let it take you out of your character. Don't let it change you, just be yourself and do what you got to do, and like I said, trust God always, and He will get you through everything, because all of us have come through something. All of us have been through something, whether we get on this channel and tell it or not, or whether anybody witness it or not. We have some secrets that we don't want people to know nothing about. We have been through some things that we don't want people to know nothing about. But that's not for us to sit here and think that, I got to get on here and testify to you and get your approval. No. I go testify to God and ask God to forgive me wherever I made a mistake or did something wrong. And He will still provide for me. Because, there's some people in this world. I ran across an individual that felt like proving that I would not have the resources financially was more than enough proof for him, basically saying that I was being punished by God to not be able to meet my basic needs, in other words, or any needs, not even needs of my family. And that is a narcissist, a sick individual. But they really felt like they had that kind of power. And when I say they feel like they had that kind of power, it's because of who they know. And who they know, then they start contacting people. And then all of a sudden, every time you think you're going to get ahead, you're going to do something, it's like, how did I get stopped on that? How did I get blocked on that? Your enemy spying on you, watching your every move, however they can through your phone, however they can through your home, however, They're doing everything they can to be steps ahead of you to prevent you from being blessed because they want to be proven right. Like they are God, you know, or their power, whatever witchcraft foolishness that they fool with, that is greater than God. You understand what I'm saying? No, you're not. You're not greater than my Father. And one way or other, He gonna make a way. He gonna make a way. The finances gonna come. The bills gonna get paid. The whatever need to get fixed is gonna get fixed. See, right now I should be laughing. I should really be laughing, but I don't want y'all to think I'm sitting up here crazy as hell. But because I'm not. But I should be rejoicing, and I am. Inside I am. And after a while, I'm going to truly be laughing. You know why? Because when that devil thought he was going to pull my water meter, God made a way. Where he thought he was going to cut my lights off, God made a way. Where he thought he was going to put me out of this home, God's making a way. And the same way He'll make a way for you. If you just stop, if you get out of your fear and get out your way. Stop doubting yourself and get out of God's way. Okay, Lord, I hand it all over to You. I got people making threats. I got people talking crazy. I got people coming at me all kind of ways. But You are the greatest. You created everything. And the same way that He says in the Word, that anytime somebody go and do a spell, a ritual, or they ask for things to happen to you because of their jealousy and their envy of you, they're only asking me. That's what God is saying, asking me to do that. That's how stupid and foolish they are. But when you go to God and you say, Lord, I repent of my sin. Whatever I've done wrong, Lord, or said wrong, Lord, forgive me. Because I didn't mean to do it intentionally. I may have had to speak my piece about something and somebody didn't agree with it, didn't like it. I may have had to walk away from some people because I realized that they was not for me, and you can't take everybody with you. No matter who you start out with, you're going to be losing some friends and family along the way because they're not meant to go everywhere with you. And you're not meant to go everywhere with them. Don't mean you hating. It's just, okay, we done rode this ride long enough with each other. Now it's time for me to get out your way. It's time for you to soar, and I want to see you soar. You understand me? I want to see you soar. I want to see you come from nothing. I want to see you making some choices that you like, oh man, what did I do? How did I do that? And then all of a sudden, you just have turned it around. By the grace of God, He done turned it around. Like with that song, thank you, Lord, for turning it around for me. Because in your mindset, you realize, okay, this ain't working. It's time for me to do something different. It's time for me to do something different. And then He just start turning things around. Well, your income wasn't nothing. Now your income is everything in the household. It's purchasing all kinds of stuff. It's paying all kinds of bills. Look at you. Come from walking. Come from not having no car. People talking crazy to you. You had to go through all kinds of changes to bum a ride and stuff. And then you get dropped off 2 blocks away from your house and they going around behind you. You walking in pitch black to work and back home. And then you didn't come up all of a sudden, you got you a nice ride, and all of a sudden you start catching that side eye, rolling the eyes and stuff at you. Huh? I'm just showing what my Father said I'm supposed to do. And you got a problem with that. Now you buying houses, property, creating generational wealth. You didn't come from things in your life being a liability to it becoming an asset. That's God. And only God. But you let Him take care of your enemies. Over there trying to concoct up a spell. Want to curse your grounds. And curse you and curse your pay, curse your channel. See how many people they can get to jump on the bandwagon and start unsubscribing and not supporting, attacking you on every angle and every level and got you on all kind of gossip pages. Gossip on about me because you're going to gossip right up on God. Because just as surely as He's watching, He can see that gossip page. You go on and tell Him lies. You go on and try to wreck my whatever. Because you're going to mess around and wreck yourself. You're going to look up and you didn't crash land it. Why you trying to crash land me? Why you trying to destroy me? You're going to destroy yourself. So I wish you well. Because I'm not no witch, no devil, no, I'm not evil. I wish you well. I ask God to bless you. I want to see you soar. I want to see you have. I want to see you come from them ashes. Come up like you're supposed to come up. And ask God to keep you protected. Because when you start coming up, you start getting a whole lot of enemies. Lazy folks. Lazy people. Don't want to do what it takes to go to school and get an education. Or to better themselves. Don't want to do what it takes to back up a little bit from all of the needs and the wants and things and getting them priorities straight and figuring the thing out like you need to figure it out, so start working with you, not against you. Your income is working for you, not at all. You know. And like I said, remember Psalms 67. It's in one of my other videos. I'm not going to insert it on this one. But remember Psalm 67. Read it. It's a protection prayer. And know that the earth will yield its fruit for you. It will start to yield its fruit for you. And they will fear God. Every corner of the earth, they will fear Him. Because they'll know that that blessing is coming from Him, because they can't take it from Him. They're going to know that it's God that's blessing you, and it's God that's walking with you, and it's God that's providing for you. And you don't let nobody put no fear in you and stop that. You know. And like the word says, so it is written, so shall it be. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I thank y'all for riding with me this whole hour. Sitting here with me, enjoying this conversation. I was supposed to have been showing myself, but once I start, I don't know how to speed it up. And I'm being cautious right now, where I see there's a lot going on with the music addition to videos. And some people got so many videos. And then have to go back and go through all that, where all of a sudden they're trying to demonetize you for somebody's music that now they don't want in somebody's videos, whatever. All that, it's a lot. And I got to learn a little bit more about that, you know, because I did have one where some lady had an ad where you could use some free music and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to look into that, because I do like the way some people start theirs out with certain music and then end with certain music or whatever. I do like that, you know, but I'm just being cautious, because, you know, being new, you got to learn, you know, what you can and cannot do. And I'm thankful for the YouTubers that do speak and tell you that, you know, this is how you do, this is how, you know, be careful with this, be careful with that. You know what I'm saying? That's knowledge. That's wisdom and knowledge. And they just passing it on. And I'm thankful for them, that the one that's willing to pass it on. You know, like I said, I know a lot of them by name. I watch them all the time. But I don't want them to feel like, oh, the only way she's trying to get any views in this or whatever, she mentioned my channel and all that, whatever. No. Because, you know, I really don't have friends like that. I've always really been to myself. I really have raised my babies. I never really made a lot of friends at work, and I got along with everybody pretty much. You know, you see the smile, I smile all the time. You know, no matter what's going on, I had that smile. I had a whole lot of pain and shame. So I know that God is saying, okay, I'm going to get you some friends. I'm going to get you so many friends after a while, you ain't going to know what to do, you know. And I love that. I love that. But like I said, bless the Lord, I'm learning a lot, and you know, I'm thankful. But I'm gonna get off of here now, for real, y'all. I'm gonna get off here like my mother used to say all the time. I'm gonna get off this phone, and then she go right back talking about something else. And how many of y'all got mamas and grandmamas do that kind of stuff? You tell them they're gonna get off the phone and stuff, and your sisters and stuff, and then they go right back talking about something else. I do it to my daughter. Sometimes she do it to me, you know. You know, we're gonna get off the phone, and then we still back talking, you know. Now my son, he'll kind of go and get off the phone. And the other one, he for, I don't know, introvert not even the word for him. You know, it's like, you know. But anyway, may y'all have a blessed and wonderful day, and keep God in everything that you do. Okay, put God first. Put God first, and pray for me and my family that we get through this little hurdle that we're going through, you know, because yes, we've been through it before, and you know, but it come a point in time to say, God, I'm ready for it to stop. You know, I didn't bear it all I can bear with this entity or whatever this is. You know, I done been all through the house praying and burning incense and stuff. I burnt up my I got to get some more sage. My whole little piece I had left and broke. It's a broken head, but honey, I be still trying to burn. If I got to burn stick by stick, I'm gonna burn stick by stick. You know, but like I say, first and foremost is the Lord. You know, if you put Him on your enemy, He will make that enemy run. You hear me? He will make him run. He will get him out your way. He will get them threats. They'll stop them threats. Because he'll deal with them. He'll deal with them to make them threats. Because you can't make no threat greater than his. You can't do nothing over him. You know, so, like I said, know your worth. And don't let nobody take that from you. But anyway, I need to get on this. It's already going to be 2 o'clock. It's 1:39. And I need to go on and get to getting this done and stuff, you know. So, anyway, you know, right here, go ahead and put website. And then just go in here, and then I'm going to follow the instructions on creating, and thank God I can use Pro. So I'm praying that God bless me with the money to pay for my Pro so I can keep using my Pro, okay? So, yeah, so I go in here and I pick website, and then just follow the steps and stuff to be able to create the website. And then, let's see. So y'all, I need to concentrate because my concentration is not that good. It is, you know, I get to talk and I forget y'all over. And like I said, I don't know how to do all that speeding through, throwing some music in right now, and you know, doing whatever. I'm not saying I don't. I shouldn't say I don't know how to do it. It's just that's a lot. That's a lot. And I might mess around, delete the darn video, knowing me. You know, I gotta be careful, cause when you new, you gotta be careful what you're doing. You know, you gotta be careful. So anyway, like I said, you gotta pick on whichever website, and then I know it somewhere was saying that you can go and you go and you choose, and you can put in like but I'm gonna go over and try to find a couple of that are based around like what I'm gonna be doing on my website, and see how they kind of got theirs set up. You know, just kind of get a idea, and that way I know what I should be expecting to come back to stand out to me for mine. Because if I don't do that, I'm gonna have a problem. And I love to create, you know, and as well I'm learning this creating world. Even on the left hand, I use my right hand to do the scroll thing and all that. I don't know why. You know, and yeah, they have ways you can pay, but I don't have the money to pay, and I really feel like it's best that I learn how to do this myself. You know, a lot of things that I learned how to do myself, and then I'm more happy, you know what I'm saying, because this is something that I'm put forth the effort to learn how to create and do myself. And so I'm gonna hop back over and watch the video that I have to show how to do, and I'm gonna start it over.
Hi, I'm Nick from Design School.
And follow the steps, and you know, and get it going. So y'all have a blessed and wonderful day. And I'll see y'all on the next one. We'll pick up back where we left off at, okay? So I'm gonna get to working on this, because like I said, I want my daughter to get out. But like, Mom, what have you done today? Did you get that website done? And I'm be super side-eyeing her through the phone. Well, I got to talking with the family, and as them old folks say, aura, aura, and aura, you know how they go. Now, I didn't get nothing done, but this is one of the journals that I did. And this was called my Everything Journaling Planner. And it's just a little journal, you know, just basic. So you just write your daily journal. Got a little flower, and I don't know what this is stuck up in here. Lord, I have no idea what that is. Anyway, and that's what it looked like at the beginning page. It's just a basic journal. And it was hard. It was hard doing that. This one is my weekly planner. I got one I want to design different. This one was really hard. And it had the days of the week. And then, you know, put your little notes and stuff like that. And I wanted to find a way to like get the you know, like they have the Boys and Girls Clubs, and they have the homes and stuff, you know, that the young kids be in, or church things, you know, to be like gifts and stuff that they can just give to young girls and young boys to be able. That's the 2023 and me was more like a unisex, and so I don't have that no more. And then this one is from off my other channel, the Daily Journal, Relaxing Body, Mind, and Spirit. That's what my other channel is called. And I just use that channel, like I said, to watch everybody on TV, like I'm on watching a movie or a show. And this one is the Daily Journal, and it, you know, you just blank, you know, and all three of these are on my KDP, as well as I am an Amazon associate. So when you click on that link, the Amazon, you know, I do. If you click on it and you order through that link, yes, I will get commission or whatever off of those sales if you go through that link and order. But right at this point right now, you know, I haven't had any sales. I haven't had anything. But I know that in time God will bless me, and he'll make the cup overflow. I have, like I said, I have Teespring, and I gotta go into Teespring, and I got, matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do here in a minute, and go in and sign in Teespring, so I can have it set up on this computer as well as on my phone. But on this computer, I can have it where I can be able to access it and add it into my website. So, because I'm gonna need that, and then eventually I will let y'all know what the next steps is that I've done or will be taken, and then I'll implement all that in the video once I get that video going. Hopefully that'll be the next Sunday video, because this one should be this Sunday's video, because today is Thursday, like I said. And then this video come out on Sunday, because I'm just doing one video a week. And then the next video should be the next week. Now, as far as what I have to do, the purpose of, and what I'm really doing it for, is really a way to encourage you from home when you have a disability and you are not approved or okay to work on the outside sector. Because I'm more like an accident-prone type person, that any little thing, anything could snap a bone, basically, or I could get injured or hurt. I don't like the fact that a company now will look at me more of a liability and a problem, because I'm not there to sue nobody. I'm there to work and make my money. But unfortunately, you can have people ignorant enough to come on, because I have people come and pat the heck out of my back or squeeze me real hard when they hug me, and that's why I'm more of an introvert now, because I'm trying to protect my back. I'm trying to protect me. And I've had people literally just come up and squeeze the heck out of me. I'm serious. And that hurts. And they know better. You know, they pretty much already know. But some people don't. You know, and or they come up and they patting you on your back real hard. And I don't have no brace or nothing to cover and protect my back. So, you know, that's why I have to be cautious. But I don't have time for that. I don't want to keep worrying about somebody thinking I'm up in here trying to sue them. But if you do wrong by me, and you put me in harm's way intentionally, you know, you're supposed to expect that that's what's going to come from. That's for any regular employee. But you have people that'll really play their game with you, and feel like you ain't, you know, you don't have no right to compensation, you know. And the way that one man talked to me with the unemployment, he tricked me based where he asked the question. And that's how I got blocked from getting unemployment, with the question that he asked me, the way that he asked me that question. And that's okay. You know, it's like, you know what, you might think, devil, that you didn't stop me from being blessed and and getting income now that I'm no longer at that company. But God gonna make a way. He gonna answer my prayers. He gonna bless me financially one day. You know what I'm saying? And this hell that the devil think he got me caught up in that corner, like, I got you. And you know, let's see how you get out of this. You know, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. But anyway, like I said, I got to work on this. And for real, y'all, I'm going to let y'all go now, for real. If y'all don't stop stirring me up, because I get to talking, it's like, okay, lady, you done talked enough now. We done heard enough now. Or be skipping through stuff. Don't be doing that skipping stuff. Because it's somewhere along this line, it's a message in this hour. So don't be skipping stuff. Then you find yourself skipping back down. I do that a lot. Or I'll get up and walk off or go to the bathroom. I do something, and then all of a sudden I got to come back and rewatch the whole video because I got distracted or something. Sometimes I fall asleep, and I had to go back and rewatch the whole video. You know. So anyway, y'all have a blessed day. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Read Psalm 67, that protection prayer, and know your worth. Remember that. Know your worth. Trust God.